In this episode of OEGG Productions, I'm going to step out of my normal territory and give a review on a blender that kind of surprised me a little bit. This is a review on the N600 Ninja Professional blender. Now if you look at it, I got all the pieces separated. I've used this for quite a few weeks, so you can see there's crud and stuff on this. But it comes with this 3-blade design that's on there that actually spins. So instead of having a blade at the very bottom, you have one going through the whole blender assembly. This just sits right inside this. This sits on an angle, then snaps into place. And here's the lid, which I won't put on right now, but it's actually a sealing lid, so that way it's not just sitting on top. And it's got a safety in it, so that way you can't turn the blender on unless this is on there. But for now, we got the blender set up. I'm going to make a smoothie, so let's get the fruit. Okay, so here's all the fruit I got together quickly for you. Sorry about the delay. And we're just going to start adding. First, I like strawberries, so we're going to take some strawberries and just dump them in there. There you go. That looks about right. Take this one over here. Next, blueberries are good for you. Now keep in mind, all these came from a frozen section of a store, so you know they're going to make it nice and cold and smoothie for you. Got some blueberries in there, not a lot, but some. Next thing I always like to add is an apple. Don't want to just throw it in there, so I got a knife. I'm just going to cut it into a couple big chunks. I don't want the core. The wife will yell at me. She goes and takes a drink out of this and there's seeds in it. Bad enough she doesn't like it pulpy. Alright, that's good. Put some apple in there. Put this in the center. Throw the apple in the trash. Next, you gotta have some bananas. I'm just gonna crack it open a little bit. One. Two. Get in there. And 3 bananas. That works. Take the bananas, get rid of those. Alright, next thing you're going to need to do, add some orange juice. You don't want to add it all the way up to the top. Just about to the 24-ounce line. A little more for me. If you add too much, it'll be too acidic. Do that. Put that over there. Next thing, add some yogurt. Yogurt makes it really good. Makes it thick. Just drop some in there. Doesn't matter. Once you experiment with it a little bit, you'll figure out how much you need for what. This is vanilla yogurt, by the way. Perfect. Put that over here. No room. Last but not least, you're going to want to add some water, otherwise it'll just be chunky stuff. You're going to want to add a little more than that. Right about there. Alright, so you can see fluid levels up to here, orange juice was filled up to here, the rest is all fruit. Let's zoom in and get this guy in action. Zoomed in, you can see it a little better now. Now I'm going to put the lid on. The lid has a little arrow in this bottom corner that goes to the arrow on top of this, makes it so the switch can actually turn the thing on, and it's got a nice little pour thing if you really want to use that. Push this all the way down. Safety lid goes down. Plug the blender in. Hit the power on. Then you have a selection of 3 speeds plus a pulse. I'm going to go right to 3 here. Now, because I tend to overfill it, it tends to leave little chunks at the top. You're only supposed to fill to the 72, but I'm bad at that. So, pick that up. So you can see a little bit of chunks at the top, but put it in the sink. I'll just grab a spoon, knock those chunks back down, but already there's no big chunks of anything in there. Now, depending on how pulpy you want it, this right now is very pulpy. My wife doesn't like it so pulpy. I love it pulpy. So we'll have a happy medium. Run it for about 20 to 30 seconds. And stop. Disconnect this. Push this over here right now. Get your glass. And pour some nice smoothie. Alright, you're done making smoothies. How easy is the N600 to clean? Well, I'm drinking a lot of my juice. But first off, you're going to have all this crud inside here. You can pop this lid off and take a look. There's going to be a lot of stuff to clean in there. There are a lot of blades. Well, a lot of people take it all apart. I do the next best thing. I fill it with water. Ta-da. Pull that forward. Up. Like that. Put this back on. Turn it on and power it up. Take that off. Take the lid off. You'll have to rinse the lid still, but you just take this, dump it in the sink. And now all the sharp doodads are ready for some soap and water in the sink or dishwasher, whatever you prefer. But at least all the nasty stuff is gone, so you can do that. Put this in the sink. Rinse this off in the sink. I'm going to do something I've never done before and clean the face of this. All that dirt, just get a wet paper towel. Yes. Ta-da! And that's it for cleaning, besides the soap and water, which I'm sure you can figure out how to do that. I believe it's dishwasher safe as well. So far I've had no problems with the N600. It's done extremely well, and to be in all honesty, it's actually done pretty good. I mean, you figure everything I've thrown at has been frozen fruits, with an exception of the bananas and orange juice. I find that works best for smoothies because it comes out cold instead of room temperature. 1000-watt motor, 3 blades cycling through the whole thing instead of 1 at the bottom. It really does really well. And at the price point of, forget how much I paid for this one, but I think it was around $100. Yeah, $100 about for this. It's a lot better than some of the cheaper ones that you can find in your local box stores or what have you. But this, I believe they have it at a lot of well-known places. I bought this one at Bed Bath & Beyond. I've seen them in Target and all the other stuff. Worth looking into if you're somebody, especially if you like smoothies, stuff like that. It's definitely something to do. I use this thing probably once every 1 or 2 days just to make a new batch of smoothies. Me and my wife drink them. Questions, comments, post below. I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.